Season 8 is in the books. We start our 9th season at Malvern Town. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to Up, episode number 39 of what is now known as the Malvern Save. Season number 8 has come to a close and we've moved on through to season number 9 now. You join me here to finish off season 8 to show you how we finished off the season, and then we'll jump back forward to season 9 and I'll show you how things have started in our next season in League One, and also we'll have a look at some of the new signings for this brand new season. So in the last episode we played a live com game against Portsmouth and it ended up being a pretty drab 0-0 draw and not a lot happened in it, but it was actually an okay result against a pretty strong Portsmouth team. Since then, we finished off our season pretty strongly. If I show you here, including the goal scorers as well, you can see that we beat Charlton 2-0. Yambo scored twice. We beat Fleetwood 1-0. Nia Kirby scoring. Drawing against Burton. Beating Bristol Rovers. Drawing against Crewe, drawing against Blackpool, and then finally our league season finished off with a 3-2 away win against Crawley Town. That meant that we finished the season in 11th place, so a mid-table finish for our league campaign. Considering we started off the season, we were a little bit worried about relegation and things like that. We're finishing 11th, I'm pretty happy with in League One. It means that we are in a strong place, ready for next season where, as I've said plenty of times to chat in our live streams of this save, promotion has to be the aim. Let's have a look at how this season finished up in terms of the awards that were handed out. And here they are. So, fans player of the season was Nia Kirby. He got himself 75% of the votes, which is quite extraordinary, really. Yambo in second, Bangura in third. 3 really strong performers there. Goal of the season was Suleimani Bangura, scoring against Barnsley on the 7th of November. Robert Chyler was the signing of the season, a free transfer from Manchester United. He played most games at centre-back, and young player of the season was Yambo. Yambo news, by the way, coming up in the next segment of this video. Look forward to it. And the reason I mention Yambo is probably because he was our top goal scorer, 25 goals for the season. He's been excellent on his loan from Fulham. Let's hope we can keep him at the club. Highest average rating was Nia Kirby at 7.38. He also got the most assists with 9. Best pass completion was our goalkeeper with 93%, Jamie Cumming. I do ask him to go short with his keeper kicks, so that's probably why he's got a pretty decent pass completion. Yambo got himself 9 Player of the Match awards. Lawrence Gibson got 13 yellow cards and Robert Chyler got himself 2 red cards. You see the team of the season there. You're probably pretty used to this as a lineup. Samartic, Bangura, Husic behind Yambo, Gibson and Kirby in the midfield, Edwards, Chyler, McDonald and Fiocchi at the back, and then Cumming in goal. Let's jump forward and look at some of the other things from the end of this season. So the next thing that I just wanted to show you was the league awards. We've had a look at the club awards for the end of the season. These are the league awards, and you see that Yambo got himself the top goal scorer award for the league. He got himself 20 league goals. That beats Andre Green, who got himself 19 for Charlton, and Gareth Ryan got himself 17 for Blackburn. Goal of the season, which considering Suleimani Bangura got the Malvern goal of the season, is quite interesting when you consider Yambo got second in the league goal of the season award. Here is the players team of the year. Nia Kirby, our only player to make it into the League One players select. I suppose for a team that finished 11th in the league though, to get a player in the team of the season, that's not too bad either. So anyway, let's go forward to season number 9 then. Let's go past this summer window that I've played through on stream, and I'll show you some of the signings that we've made. We'll have a look at what kind of start we've made to season 9 as well. I told you before, it's pretty interesting. Remember this fact, I said that promotion was going to be the aim. Let's go. All right, we are back and we are up to the point that we've actually got to in the save then so far on stream. It is the 7th of September 2027, which means season 9 has started and we've got ourselves underway in the league. That does also mean that the transfer window is now closed and we have made some signings. The signings you can see on your screens right here then. If I talk you through, first of all, the players that have gone out, because there's not many that have left the club, just Antonini Fiocchi has gone to Verona. We lost him. We knew that we were going to lose him at the end of last season. He wouldn't sign a new contract for us. He signed a pre-contract with Verona. He's going to go and play for Verona. Jeremy Laporte spent his season out on loan last season at Sutton. He's going to do the same this season. He played lots of games, and for a young player, just 20 years old, I think actually playing first-team football is going to be really valuable for him. So we've sent him back to them. And they've become a kind of feeder club for us in a weird sort of way. We don't have any affiliates. They've become the unofficial affiliate of Malvern Town, which is quite nice to see. Good luck to Jeremy Laporte out on loan there. And let's get into our transfers in for the season. You can have a look at them there. There are some very exciting ones there, some ones that I've been very excited about on stream. You would have seen lots of dancing, lots of singing, lots of his song. If you've not watched the live streams for this save, you're missing out on lots of player songs, and that is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to perform them for you here. You need to get into the Twitch stream to see them. The first of those players is Ian McDonald. You will recognise Ian McDonald, the Canadian centre-back that has spent 3 seasons, I think, before this, on loan with the club. Yeah, 3 seasons all the way back in League 2 here. Before that even, in the Vanarama National, he joined us on loan, and now he is a fully fledged member of the team. He has joined us permanently. His contract was up at West Brom, and we've managed to give him a contract. He's going to stay with us for the foreseeable future. I'm very happy to have him. He's a centre-back. He's 6'4". He's a very good player. We love him here. Ian McDonald is here to stay. Next up is a loan that has come in. Again from West Brom. They've been good to us, have West Brom. They've sent us Ian McDonald for 3 seasons. They've now sent us Jordan Axel. He is actually listed as our key player for this season going forward. He is going to be a bit of competition for Suleimani Bangura on this left-hand side of midfield. As a left-hand side winger, I should probably say. And you see why here, looking at his attributes. He's pretty quick. He's got great stamina. Very aggressive. Really good work rate. Really nice first touch. Crossing, dribbling, all really good for a League 1 standard. He's not got off to the best of starts, though, I will say. 4 games, a 6.7. Bangura probably would have scored and done slightly better in those games. It's going to be a competition between the two of them. However, I think Jordan Axel can be a really valuable player for us to have this season. He's also on very low wages. I don't think we're paying him that much at all, if anything. So we're very happy to have him here. Let's see if he can improve on his start to the season in future performances. And on to what I think is the best bit of business we have done this summer. And I'm delighted that it's actually managed to happen, because there were some times where we were a little bit worried that he was going to go to another club. And that is that Yambo is officially a Malvern Town player on a permanent basis. He has signed a contract with us and will be staying. The contract is for 3 years, by the way, until 2030. Yambo is ours. Come on, I'm delighted with this. I can't believe we've actually managed to keep him. He has been sensational for us in the past couple of seasons. 21 goals in League 2, 20 goals last year in League 1. He's our main striker. He started off all right this season as well. 2 goals and 2 assists in his first 6 games. 4 goals in all comps. Yambo, he's here to stay. Come on. And his song will continue to ring out on the terraces as he continues to score goals for us. We love the fact that he's signed. It was a bit of a dodgy deal to do because he was on loan, of course, with us. We couldn't sign him on a pre-contract as his contract was going to expire, because we would have had to have paid £750,000 in compensation. Obviously, we can't afford that. We don't really have any money at all. So we had to run the risk of him going to another club by waiting for that contract to expire from Fulham. And then when we could talk to him to join without the compensation, we had a few other clubs going in for him. I think Barnsley were interested in him. Walsall were interested in him. Gary Neville's the Walsall manager. He was happy to have Yambo at his team. But Yambo eventually, after a long time waiting, decided that we were the club for him. And he's going to couple more loans then to see out our window. That is Gary Routledge coming in on the right-hand side. He is going to be a bit of competition for Mirsad Husic on this right-hand side. Not sure out of the two of them which is the better player, but Husic has a great record for us last season. So at the moment, he's got the spot in the starting lineup, but maybe Routledge at some point. He is a pretty good player. You see by his attributes there. We're not paying him very much at all in terms of wage. In fact, we're not paying him any wages at the moment. So very kind of Brighton to send him here. He's going to be a bit of competition on that right-hand side. And then finally, replacing Fiocchi, who left to go to Verona, as we've talked about, is going to be Kieran Farr, who is going to be our starting right back this season. It'll be him or Nico Williams who starts at right back. At the moment, I'm leaning towards Kieran Farr. You see why. He's got great attributes for League 1. You see he's listed as a star player by the coaches as well. He's actually scored a goal already this season too, and been very solid. A 7.05 start for him. Happy to have him at the club. That rounds off our signings for the season. Let's see how our League 1 campaign has started off. So here's the table for our start to Season 9 at Malvern Town in League 1. We've played 6 games. And we've won none of them. It's been a horrible start to the season. In fact, we've drawn 4 of our 6 games. So actually, it's not quite as bad as maybe 20th in the table might suggest to you. It's not like we've been blown away by any teams. In fact, I'd say that we've been the better team in most of these games. But we have not been able to get a win yet, and it doesn't look great. Remember, I kept saying that we're going for promotion this year. That might be a little bit difficult considering we're already 11 points off the top team in the competition, which is QPR. It's been really rough, and I'll show you the results now as we move over to our fixtures screen here. We kicked off our season with an away game against Ipswich, and we lost 2-0. So a 2-0 loss away to Ipswich, you might think that this is pretty normal. They're a really good team. In fact, they are the favourites to win the league this season. However, let me just show you this match report. Look at the match stats there. 28 shots for us and a 66% of possession share. We should have won this game. We were caught by 2 goals, one in the first half, one towards the end. We just couldn't score, and I don't know what to say. We outplayed the team that is favourite for the league, and I thought, you know what, maybe it's just one of those games. We'll bounce back, we'll get some wins. I mean, we haven't got any wins. The next game was a 0-0 draw against Stevenage. Again, looking at the match stats, I'll show you them here. We had all of the play here, 14 shots, Stevenage just 3, but a 0-0 draw, not really good enough. The game after that was Ipswich again, and it was in the Cup, in the Carabao Cup, and we smashed them. We beat them 4-0, probably more like what the result in the league should have been against them. We went through to the Carabao Cup second round there. That was good news. But then in the league again, still couldn't find that win. A 2-2 draw with MK Dons, again with a better team. We did have a red card. Jordan Axel, who I talked about, one of the new signings, how he's not settled in particularly well, got himself sent off in this game, which doesn't help his start at the club. And then we lost to Rochdale. We lost in the 91st minute here after outplaying them. It was at this stage I was just thinking, what have we got to do to get a win? And I'm still thinking that because after that we drew to Crawley. Yambo got the equaliser in that game. We did, though, go through in the Carabao Cup to the 3rd round here. We're doing very well in the Cups. We beat AFC Wimbledon on penalties. Again, they're in the league below, so maybe a penalty win isn't the best thing here. Chyler scored a header and then Hartigan did equalise straight away. And then into the league again, we drew 3-3 with Preston. It looked like we'd thrown this away. We were 2-0 up and I was thinking, finally, this is the game where we get ourselves our first win of the season. Our form changes here, you know? No, because despite being 2-0 up, we threw that away. They went 2-2 in the 70th minute. They then took the lead in the 82nd. Luckily, Paul Glatzel, in a rare appearance off the bench, equalised for us and we took a draw at home, and that maybe spared our blushes somewhat. We did, though, then win our most recent game, which is a game against Reading under-23s in the Leasing.com trophy. Again, a penalty win against an under-23s team. Maybe not that great, but at least it is a little green circle, and then maybe some morale can be boosted by that going into what is going to be a really important game against Plymouth in the next game. At home, they're 16th. We need a win. This is going to be a bit of a big game already. We need to start putting wins on the board if we're going to even think about promotions or playoffs, or even at this stage, staying in the division. It's been a horrible start to the season. We have it all to do. The board, though, are still pretty happy with us. They are listing us as a B- in terms of performance. In terms of the other objectives, we're pretty good on all of them, except for they want a top half finish. We're currently in the relegation zone, and that is the only thing they're really disappointed in. Of course, I think we can improve from this. Hopefully, things start getting better from now. Surely it can't be as bad as it has currently been. I feel like we've been really unlucky. Let's see if we can turn it around. Other news to bring you is that we are currently in the process of a board takeover. Eric Bailly, the chairman, or Eric Bailey as he's actually known, the chairman, is apparently not looking to sell the club, but there is a takeover ongoing. It's been denied a lot in the press, but we will see what happens with that. Hopefully, someone new comes in and invests loads of money into the club, because money is definitely needed. We've dropped back down into a little bit of debt, £190,000 in debt at the moment. That needs improving. Maybe something needs to change, and maybe a new owner is what can change it. Other news is that the youth facilities were improved. They were upgraded. The training facilities, that got cancelled because of the financial situation at the club. A bit disappointing, not great at all. But coaching courses, on a personal note for our manager, we now have a Continental C license. We are really going up in the world. Look at this manager profile now. Think back to early episodes in this series when we were looking at these attributes. They were terrible. We've now got 20 for level of discipline. That's great. Our reputation is up to a 60%. We are currently studying for a Continental B license as well. Soon we will have all the qualifications, and I feel like we've come a long way with that. We are now also fairly ambitious. We've stayed with that. We're no longer a spineless manager, which is great to see. And I think that is where we will end today's video, as I give you a little sneak peek at the team there, how it currently looks at the moment, and the system that we're currently employing or looking to employ in future games. But that is where we'll end today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, as always. It's great to see some of you catching up on the Malvern save. And as always, if you want to watch this save live and see how it unfolds as it happens, Twitch is the place to be. It's twitch.tv/ClatesFM. There is a link down in the description below if you want to come and jump over there. We are live on a Monday, a Friday, and a Sunday. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. Leave a comment down below. What would you suggest? How do we get out of this situation? How can we turn it around? Do we need a change in formation? Do we need a change in ownership at the club? What do you suggest we do, or what do you think needs to happen? And also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you soon with a new video of this next week, but also other videos on the channel too. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.